You know, I said it's very late to be talking. We may meet. It's. I don't know. There's a big difference between now and a week ago, right? Big difference.
Donald Trump's stance on Iran has changed significantly in the last few days. From pushing for a deal, now Trump appears to be considering joining Israel's conflict with Iran. As Iran continues to bombard them, Israeli leaders are also waiting to see if the United States will actually help them finish the job. But let's take a look at what the US can do at this point. It's widely known that the United States is supporting Israel already with assets and reinforcements to try and deter Iran. But how long can either Israel or Iran really sustain this? As per recent reports, Israel is left with just about 2 weeks of some of their critical missile interceptors. Also remember, Israel has been fighting this war for months now, directly. Iran has only just started, directly, of course. And the feud is showing no signs of slowing down. So if the United States does directly enter the conflict, what really happens? Well, as per experts, it all depends on how the United States joins the fight. In all likelihood, they would still restrict themselves to striking Iran's key nuclear facilities, like the Fordow fuel enrichment plant, which is hidden deep inside a mountain, and only the US apparently has the bombs to be able to strike these. Well, even then, any attack by the US will lead to a huge response from Iran, as they have pretty much made clear. And while Iran can't sustain a long fight with the US, it won't be easy for America either. Remember, they fought a long, drawn-out war in Afghanistan, and Iran is more than twice that size. Trita Parsi of the Quincy Institute in Washington told CNN that Iran is a very large country, which means there would be a large number of targets the US would have to hit to take out Iran's ability to strike back. Elie Geran-Maya of the European Council on Foreign Relations told CNN that a US strike on Iran would open up a Pandora's box, and once you do that, there's no telling where things would go. Also, remember, Iran has been carefully nurturing a number of militant groups over the years, like Hamas, Hezbollah, and the Houthis. It is them who Israel has been fighting so far. If the US attacks Iran directly, Iran is unlikely to just return to the negotiating table. They will retaliate, which means they can block the Strait of Hormuz, a key route for global oil shipping. They can attack energy infra, and they can attack US military and diplomatic targets in the region. This could be directly or through their militias. As per Ryan Crocker, a former American ambassador to countries like Afghanistan and Syria who spoke to Politico, it is unlikely that air power alone will eliminate Iran's ability to produce nuclear weapons. They have the knowledge, and neither Israel nor the United States can kill all of the nuclear scientists. An end to Iranian nuclear weapons capability can only come through a verifiable agreement to abandon nuclear enrichment. Ray Takei, a senior fellow at the Council on Foreign Relations, told Politico that bombing Fordow will not be the final salvo in this conflict. All this is not to suggest that it should not attack, but that it should do so with eyes wide open. So basically, the consensus from the experts seems to be largely in line with this. Number one, that US involvement is going to take the war to the next level, and Tehran may or may not be able to directly respond too hard too quickly. But if they can't, they will continue to try and exhaust others' capacities and hope that the US decides to cut the war short eventually. Number two, it's not as easy as just going in there and bombing their nukes. For one, this famed US bomb may or may not actually destroy their nukes. Even if it does, US can't kill all Iranian scientists. And the country would already have the know-how of how to make nukes. And if the government decides, it would be a matter of time before they can do it again. Number three, this is going to be a costly affair, both in terms of money and lives. All eyes now are on what Trump actually decides to do. Hope this gave you some clarity. For more such content, keep watching Mint.